As the 16 days activism against gender-based violence comes to an end, stakeholders believe that the message and campaign to respect one another's rights will be impactful on the lives of men and women alike. The Abia State Government and civil society groups actively participated in the 2024 campaign to end violence against men and women. News Centre's Chinwe Ugele has the report from the summit to mark the end of the 16 days activism on gender-based violence.
This story by Phoebe Onchekwa, a survivor of violence, reflects the story of lots of women in our cultures as Nigerians. The messages by the speakers at the summit of the 16 days activism against gender-based violence in Umuahia, Abia State focus on rights and overcoming temptation to abuse people. Wife of Abia State Governor Priscilla Oti is confident that the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Law will become more useful when the people in the hinterlands become more aware of its existence.
To operationalize the VAP law, we are committed to community sensitization to ensure that everyone understands the provisions of the VAP law and how to utilize it to protect their rights.
Some people are, however, worried that the vulnerability of the female folk places them more at the receiving end of violence from their husbands, colleagues, and male friends.
It's more against the women. Most times, men want to subject women to become the lesser vessel. It will help everybody. If the women most especially know your rights, know who you are. You are not just a commodity to be beaten. You are not you are not bought. Marriage is two-way thing, and not just in marriage, even in schools.
They have taken that position that already they are culturally subordinated, they are economically subordinated, so they don't have any rights anymore. No, they should rise up.
Often people forget that even men get abused by women and fellow men in different ways, but hardly speak out due to societal perception.
Women and girls are vulnerable, and they are also the ones who are always speaking up as against the men who would always die with this negative masculinity that has been taught over the years.
For this 2024 program, the optimism from the civil society groups and the masses that there will be a drop in cases of gender-based violence come next year is the success story.
What it shows is that we've won the war already, for me, against gender-based violence, and it's going to be reduced drastically.
No one deserves to be hurt physically, psychologically, and emotionally. Hence the need to understand that everyone is entitled to being respected, irrespective of gender. In Umuahia for News Central, I am Chinwe Ugele.